Scanning for audio.
Hello, welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. This time I'm going to be talking about the Sixth Doctor Adventures, Purity. It's the Purity sets. Now there are 3 of them. And what I thought I'd do is this week I'd do one set at a time because, let's face it, what I actually did was just, keep them. I realised it was going to be an ongoing saga. No, I didn't. Let's be honest. What I did was I got sidetracked into reviewing lots of other stuff. And then Purity Box Set 2 came along before I'd got round to doing Box Set 1. And then I realised there was going to be another one. So I kind of delayed them a bit and did them all back to back as one massive big, let's not describe it as a binge, shall we? I mean, let's face it, we're Doctor Who fans. But here's the thing. It's rather good. And it's really good if you just go all the way through all 3 box sets. We'd already been introduced to, I need to get this completely right, Hebe. We'd already been introduced to Hebe, who is the new companion and has also got a part in video Doctor Who, like TV Doctor Who. Do you remember when Doctor Who used to be on TV? Apparently, next month, November, there's going to be some sort of TV specials. Who would have thought? Probably November the 23rd-ish. Anyway, same actor is in the role. They're a wheelchair user, and the character is also a wheelchair user. Kind of impinges very much on the plot of these 3 box sets. Each of the box sets has 3 stories, so you're looking at a lovely set of 9. This podcast, this release, will be dealing with the first of them. Now, this first one is called Purity Undreamed. The second one is called Purity Unleashed, and the last one is Purity Unbound, I think. Yes. I've got released August 2022, then May 2023, and then August 2023. So in order to get to this point, it's a year's worth of releases. It's the Sixth Doctor and Mel. You can work out where they fit in the whole time thing, but let's go for it. This is, like I said, just box set 1. Now, you can count the first Hebe box as her introduction, which makes sense. And whether she continues or not, obviously that would be a spoiler when it comes to this box set. Absolutely superb performances. Okay. The Doctor heads back to Earth with Mel and Hebe in tow, little dreaming what lies ahead. Accompanied by their new friend, Professor Patricia McBride, alien threats abound, dangers lurk, and the costs of meddling with time is more than anyone is prepared to pay. So story number 1 is a 2-parter. They're all 2-parters, but they're 2-parters in the Colin Baker sense of the 2-parter. The Doctor, Mel and Hebe visit Sheffield at the behest, good word, behest, of Hebe's best friend, Elise. But Elise has undergone a disturbing transformation. The mysterious Mindless Facility claims to be able to change you for the better. But who decides what that is? Joining forces with anthropologist Professor Patricia McBride, can the Doctor and his friends save Britain from an insidious alien threat? You kind of think they will, but this does kind of set the ground. Now, here's the thing. The best friend of Hebe is also a wheelchair user, and apparently they're in Coronation Street. I didn't know this. And so is... You know when you forget somebody's name and it's like in your head? Give me a second. No, it's ridiculous. He's like one of the most famous Doctor Who fans of all time. I could draw him. Oh, this is ridiculous. I'll put a picture of him there. You know the one. Yes. He's in this. He's the real life partner of the podcast. Anyway. In the box sets, you think that he's kind of a throwaway character, but he will return. And of course, by those podcasts, which I'm going to release in the next couple of days, because I'm trying to do all this as a nice, compact thing, you'll get to experience that. Anyway, so what you've got is an insidious alien threat. It's a sort of mind-controlling story set at university, really nicely constructed. Not just constructed in order to introduce all the new characters, but that's what it does a lovely job of. Paul really does know about characters. Reverse engineering by Jonathan Morris. When Patricia is invited to a secretive Swedish clinic by an old colleague, she tips off the doctor, Mel and Hebe, who go undercover to investigate. Charismatic geneticist Killian Holm offers to restore youth to his wealthy clients, but the truth of his work is more radical and far more dangerous. As an ancient horror reforms under the clinic, the doctor must race to save humanity from an unspeakable temporal disaster. It's got a bit of a feeling of the sort of thing that you had with the Fifth Doctor very early in the run. And it's nice that there's caves and it's a bit atmospheric. It feels a bit James Bondy. Very nice. And again, really going for the Patricia angle from this one. It's very nice. It builds slowly. And there's a bit of timey-wiminess going on, if you forgive me from saying so. Finally, we've got the piece, the story that sets up the rest of the box sets. Chronomancer by Robert Valentine. The Doctor, Mel and Hebe take Patricia to see the 26th century Sheffield, but their trip is cut unexpectedly short. Caught in the crossfire between the time criminal and his dashing chronomancer, the TARDIS crash lands back in the present. With dimensionally transcendental artifact lost somewhere in the city, the Doctor and his friends must find it before the interlopers. But will resentments and prejudices finally be unmasked, an even bigger threat that's about to engulf the world? Like I said, this is setting the groundwork for the following box sets. It's giving certain characters a way forward and tools in order to become recurring villains later on. The Chronomancers are very, very impressive, and they're very Colin Bakery, because they are apparently callbacks to other things that, of course, we've never heard of before, and we might hear of again. They're a great creation, and you could even have them on TV. It works. Here's the trailer for this box set. There are 2 more box sets, as I said, and they're on their way very shortly. So, until next time, which is only probably tomorrow, be seeing you.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The Sixth Doctor Adventures, Purity Undreamed.
Professor Patricia McBride, anthropology.
Come and experience an attitudinal shift and an unpositivity audit.
She's one of the biggest stars on campus, the renowned and celebrated anthropologist.
Oh dear, is she the kind of person we want to be talking to? I sense a great unpositivity in her.
Good. I'm glad.
I don't think I care for her very much at all.
Why not undergo a lifestyle realignment?
Being snappy and sarcastic are among my most endearing features.
You have to be nicer and kinder.
No, I don't.
Don't be afraid not to think. Don't fear your feelings.
Allow me to present to you the Betterment Machine.
Switch off your busy mind. Experience your true self.
Neanderthals. A whole family group of Neanderthals.
Mel, Hebe, my dear Professor McBride, welcome to Sheffield. 2569.
The time is now. Return, my gentry. Return to the universe.
Oh, look. Some pictures of flowers and kittens.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. Everything discussed is the intellectual property of others. No infringement is intended. For early access to reviews, follow the show on YouTube or Twitter @TinDogPodcast. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.